But if we do not accept Christ, where are we going to end up? Eternity with who? Satan. So when Satan was thrown down, a judgment has already been placed on him. There is a place, a lake of fire that has been set out for him and his angels. Yes, there's a lake of fire set up for him and his angels. So I think it's the parable, if I'm not mistaken, one of the parables. Yeah, in Matthew 25, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Matthew 25. Matthew 25, if you go to verse 41, then shall he say also unto them on the left hand, depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. So this place is prepared for the devil and his angels, as you can see in Matthew here, Matthew 25, 41. So there's a place prepared for the devil and his angels. But anyone that stays in sin, does not accept Christ and come back to God and come back to the righteousness of God, will be cast into there with the devil. So staying in sin, not receiving Christ, means staying in sin. Receiving Christ and then not going according to the word of God also means staying in sin, which means you receive Christ and you carry on sinning. What I mean by receiving Christ and carrying on sinning is when you say, oh, I believe with my heart, I confess with my mouth that Jesus is Lord. Yeah. When you do that and you carry on sinning, you're also going to end up there. You're also going to end up there. So you see, this is why the world needs Christ. We all need Christ. And that's why he says all have sinned. And, like some people is like, oh, I've been a Christian all my life, I've been going to church all my life and doing all of this. But do you have a relationship with God through Jesus? Have you accepted Jesus? Do you have that relationship? Have you aligned yourself with the will of God? And the will of God is for us to live by his word, by his laws. When you go through the Old Testament, it talks about, keeping to the laws of God. Laws of God, which means the instructions of God. God's instructions.